Oh. Okay. You made mention about a commissioner that you've been following. Can you just explain brief what have you been following on?
Yes. The Anti-Corruption Commissioner, Francis Ben Kafala, is a man of integrity. I've been following him since he attained the position of being the commissioner of ACC. And he's been a good man. I've been reading his books, reading his poems. In fact, I even read one of his poems titled Mandela's Ways. He's a very great poet, an author of books, and a good man. His tenure in office is a very great one. He's helping in minimizing corruption, in the country, and it's a good work done. I can commend him of that great job that he's doing. And through that, I know that aiming to be one of the leaders in this country one day, definitely whatever I'm learning from him, I'm going to implement it one day by minimizing corruption, just like he's doing currently. So he's a good man, and I'm so proud of him, and I'm aiming to follow his footsteps as well.
All right, thank you, Edwina. Thank you very much. Morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies. Good afternoon, Sierra Leone, or good evening, wherever you did. I did tell everybody I do, and we're glad for there today again. This now the women's round table, where we talk about the issue on the ground right now, and we know the means we words them. We then also as advocates. So where we see something they go wrong with we get picking the Sierra Leone, we they stand up and we they speak up. So this is what this is about. So we've been there a couple of days ago. We were here and we discussed the issue of Justice Stevens versus Edwina Jamiru. So this topic here, and a topic where we're not able to exhaust in one day, not even in 2 days. So we've been talking about, a lot of different aspects of this topic here, of this issue here, this problem here between this young woman and this judge, Sierra Leone. So we can today now for make we can talk about a couple of other aspects of this issue here. And today, the way how we did do them, we want to humanize the whole issue, because with this young lady, a victim, although not a strong victim, not a victim where it don't let everybody mess up, but still, even victim way strong, we still need for speak up for her. We still need we support. And we kind of also, because we're not activists for women them. So me now Dr. Fatima Babi, and now me they moderate this segment today. And I get me sisters then I also where I get for can ask them questions then regarding the aspects of the problem we'll get for can discuss, and I go ask me the question to them, and waiting then go respond to it go be with discussion for that particular issue day. So but before I start, I want let each of my sisters them introduce himself. Sister Moy, go first, please.
Okay. Unukabo mi fambule, una de duo, don't come back again. Me, na Janet Moisokwa. And so we don't come the last time, we don't talk to last day, we will follow up this process of Edwina, when I don't be the open blower for waiting happen at the country, they abuse them to we small one day. So we don't come back. We thank you for our patience, for letting us watch and listen, and not only for listening, for letting us make sure say una follow up with me with the say to una for the betterment of our salon, and for we all agree for them and they are for let them abstain from the abuse when they give to young one day. Una thank you.
Thank you, Sister Susan.
Hello, good evening and good afternoon to all the listeners and viewers. Mina Susan, part of the Progressives, and today we come further this talk about these predators for young women.
Network.
I think Sister Susan, they get some technical issues, so we go to Sister Khadija. Let you introduce yourself quick before he come back.
Hello, Fambudem. Outside of Sierra Leone, not Sierra Leone as well. I thank you for the time, the viewers, and I'm glad for there again today because for so long we know they talk about issues where they multiply and multiply and multiply. So we hope as we talk about this, we shed lights on this darkness again at Sierra Leone, where man they empower, then they control woman them, then they dominate them in so many ways. And this particularly when then they control their personal lives. So I'm glad for there so we go shed light and we will put a stop to this disease in Sierra Leone. Now, thank you.
Thank you, ladies. So the last time we were here in our last conversation, because we have non-Creole audiences, so every now and then we go talk some English, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the last time we were here, we unpacked, the exploitation, how it happens, right? Oh, Sister Susan, you don't come back.
Yes,
You are finished.
I don't come back.
You go finish your introduction quickly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as I say, Mina and Susan, member of the Progressives, and today we come further this talk about where the abuse of young women, and I hope say today una go learn from we just as much as we go learn from una. So una keep the questions and comments coming, and we will respond to them. Una, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Susan. So the last time we've been there, we've been unpack how exploitation they happen, right? We talk about, how the exploitation can happen. We talk about the grooming, right? How then they groom, how the person go say, oh, I just want to pay you school fees because you're not picking way smart. I want to do this for you. Meanwhile, it get other ulterior motive. So we've been talking about that. But today, what they can't talk about, they go deeper into the painful truth about where older person, either the older man or man will get money or man will get power, where it prey on younger girls there, including the one the way they rape. Okay, so today we get two aspects of this issue I will get for discuss. One, now the silent consequences, how it affects the individual in self, and how it affects society. So the other aspects what we'll get for talk about now the role of society. The society, how this society they contribute. And when I say society, I mean from the family level to the community level to the local government level to the national level. How the society they help for let this kind of problem here continue for the effect we get picking there or we young women in other country they. How then they contribute to this? So for let we go, talk about then two aspects there, yeah. We get for me, we panel members them, get for answer questions them. So through them questions there, now we'll get for learn about how then TSO can happen. So we want for humanize this whole thing, yeah. This not something where you go say, oh, it just they happen to them girls that when they not get control, the mama that did not get control over them. No. Not because of that, they happen to them. So we advocate the way they on the panel today. then go explain to we now what think it happen to young girls then where then they go through this emotionally, mentally, socially, and economically. And now we last segment we've been say the main reason where older man if they go with young girl now for let it get control over her, right? That control where he wants over woman. Now that make it a pick the youngest among the girls then, so that it feels say it go get control over them. So that makes they make them man there what we call predators. Now like lion where they go search for chop, like lion the way they go prey on other weaker animals there. So then they look for the weakest among the weakest na society when are the young girls then. So now that make we they refer to them as of now we will refer to them either as predators or we they refer to them as controlling men. So for let we start this conversation. Yeah, so my first question to the panelists then is this: I want make una each person take like 2 minutes for explain in your perspective on what can happen when young woman they don't face exploitation. When young woman it don't become somebody where they don't exploit. Now what do you feel say, let me start with Sister Susan. What do you feel say woman girl picking where it don't they under the control of this controlling man, this predator, it don't exploit them. Let we say this young lady here, so now where it don't open with eye to this Edwina. Waiting at the effects them on this girl here. We'll all see the video at the beginning of this show here. This is an eloquent, very, very promising young woman. It's like say in stabbing the shine, but waiting with the see now, it's like waiting don't happen to her. It a dim in star. We they pray to God say in star no go dim. But waiting you feel say can happen to girl picking the way then they go through waiting this young lady they go through, Sister Susan.
Well, thank you for the question. You say I get 2 minutes. I'm aware of that, but I hope I'll be able to
All right.
answer 2 minutes. This situation it gets certain characteristics. It gets certain pointers. It gets certain things them where can happen. Where if you see how you go no say na control and they control this person or this man they control. First of all, you go see say the woman, it go they kind of make shy, they kind of scared. Especially if the man they around, it not go free for talk. And if you then us again where in mama and in papa, then they observe and they watch them, it go they feel scared, say, my mama go catch me. In fact, now the man then can tell them, say, I know nobody know but this. He cooks them, he give them sweet things, he give them what they want, fine off back, fine ear, fine makeup and all thing. Just for make he go get access to them. But the picking themselves, the way you don't know, you can see say they're not comfortable inside their own skin. Because then they look and say, if mama catch me now, what thing will happen to me? Or if this marker left me now, what thing will happen to me? So now they're easy for see. It's ever will be small, it be easy. Because if you cannot us with see we're not so your mama buy and give you go talk usa you pull them. And when you talk usa you pull them, and they go meet the person we give you, where go say, what you make you they give me picking sweet? Whose business una get? Mama then can go meet them and they ask. I don't see beaucoup plaba where neighbor give we something. The mama go give them back to sell and say are able for clothes and feed me picking. Now for them kind of thing they are. Because that's now strategy self for reduce them thing they are where they are happy. So the left and give me colleagues now because I hope I don't talk for 2 minutes. We cannot go over. But really, the main characteristics now and the man they promise, then the woman is they get controlled by saying not tell anybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Sister Moy.
Yeah.
What you take?
Yes, like how Mama don't talk exactly some of the consequences then that they way abuse person in the face, because in Edwina in case is an abuse, and person we don't go through them in a year, so it experience a long lasting disorder. It dey mentally become challenged, it dey feel disturbance, it dey feel like e no belong into the society. Because like when you deal with a man wey so controlling, e no wan for like do anything, e dey feel like say you no belong. Like e dey override you when you go out, you feel say like, oh, because they don't abuse me, I no forget right on my own again. E dey suppress you, whatever you need are, you know, they even fulfill am. And you dey be shame now because you no want for take that stand, especially when you know well to do. You know, get all that power there. You know what to do for the, oh, if this man they do this thing to me, I go able for like I escape, I run away. So it's a lot of challenges, because at the end of the day, it felt like a cresuman. I don't know if you talk like cresuman, and we don't see that relationship like that. Even besides being so that kind of thing, yeah. So even when you married and you feel say you man they abuse you, you need to get power on your own. You they always be suppressed, you dey depressed, even for it, you need to get you know they get that time for like it. Your body know they find, they present yourself mentally like possible. Then they see say yes, this is supposed to be, among the peers then. You always feel ashamed for associate yourself among them, because you not get the power of your own. So this kind of trauma abuse is very, very bad, and it actually need for somebody for come and intervene for let them able for address that situation, counseling that person there until he able for come to himself. But it's a long lasting psychological effect.
True. Very
It's
true.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Moy. Khadija?
Well, I have to go. I want to go to the video who we just watched of a beautiful, innocent, ambitious, healthy looking girl, daughter. Oh my goodness. I therefore say thanks to the person who actually surfaced that video. Unlike the other what we see when he angry about what happened to her. Because people they make conclusion based on that video when a recent one where you don't go through so much trauma and how they react to the world and to people in Sierra Leone. And even people where provide a recent video where maybe they say things about in a condescending way, like not get respect. He married, he born picking for somebody husband. But look at the opposite of that girl, how innocent, how intelligent, so much light in him compared to now, how he expresses himself, the ambition and everything. So I have to be thankful to that person. And we're fortunate enough because of technology, we're able to see those two differences, Yes. So, but just like my sisters and don't say, some of this effect on exploited girls by powerful men, I think the number one thing where where I think Madam Susan say, for tell, for say, that means say it is silence the girl in voice, in autonomy. It is silence and means say, forever say what you feel like saying, and it will become voiceless. And the other thing also, even in Miss Edwina in case, now the risk for in future, at a very young age, and the fact that it's still at college, she's not like in a permanent relationship, because woman in kinder college, me, I born picking I did college, I was married, but the risk of her having to choose between it became in safety or continuation of college. So there's a risk there for a girl, even if we not be noble, how ambitious and intelligent from this video, what we see. I mean, I can still believe that she must be ambitious, that it also getting your own dreams. But with this kind of situation, there's a risk here. I don't care how strong you are. It's a very risky situation for bringing a new life to the world where you're responsible for. At the same time, you find yourself in this kind of situation. And I think, say, the expectation, it cause dependency of girls and women on men, which is the system right now in Sierra Leone, and I think ultimately it add more poverty in the country, because if you get women that weren't able to take care of themselves, it lead to poverty, but it also they lead to some of the men stealing also from the country itself, even from their own people, because they have to support this lifestyle, not only their own family, but also like this in this case, the small families that we didn't get around,
All right, I think so. When I all don't touch on the effects, the psychological, the economic, and the social effect, because where girl they under the total control of this controlling man, this predator, and not get voice, right? Because if the man say let you silent, you're not silent, it will cut off your support. So that dependency, it creates, when I all don't touch on that, it create dependency syndrome for them women there, where they take them into the next phase of their life. So now, my other question is, how society they make this trauma of the exploited young women worse? How the society they contribute for making worse for young women the way they go through this? How the Sierra Leone society, because now the society that way we know, now the society that way we grow up in, even if it happen in other African countries, not today we come out, not today we day. I'm sure it happen there. Waiting they happen in Salone, they happen in Nigeria, they happen everywhere. But from we all experience, we as women the way grow up in Sierra Leone, and we as women the way we don't involve in activism, we they try for protect girls there. Waiting when I feel say na so with Sierra Leone society in your contribution. Society, when I say society, I mean, as I say, the families, the communities, the religious communities, the community where the girl they live in, the local councillors, government, national government, how this society they contribute to the exploitation of our young women, or for making the trauma worse on our young women. Who wants to go first?
I go first, no problem. Okay, guys, I can go?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Okay, as a young girl from back days, na my country, my mother's land, the land that we love, no not change from the approach, and it's becoming worse. No compromise. And especially we native people then. And then they talk the facts like our undergates with family background or whatever. But I think of like the Creoles, when it comes to short abuse like this, it can be moderate. Because I remember when I did at school, 2 or 3 of my friends then were involved, they get pregnancy that at tender age. The people are able for pull and send and go, they say, oh, then they go to the granny or whatever. They moderate with that, they don't even know, they born that picking there, and that picking they continue with the education, they see them about or whatever. But when it comes to young people, we especially with country people, with simi people, let me say that Limbao, Mendeo, this, that, then they into that typical abuse. When they know say you picking, even if the research say you don't go do my business, then they abuse you. The mama, the papa, and the worst. In fact, the papa they begin abuse you and your mama. So salon, the kind way this abuse where man they don't victimize a woman, for let the family member then come together, or the community, the religious body or whatever, for penetrate, for know that this post we don't go commit this crime for that pikin for all accountable, they need to do them. Instead, now the pikin go begin put the pressure upon, then they make and let the pikin feel guilt of what he don't do. The pikin feel and say, I don't vulnerable to this one. Now me guilty of that. Nobody not able to protect you. That's the problem where Edwina see Edwina they face. The school go abuse you. We go to school and go make mockery of you. The teacher say back the same thing. Right now, as Edwina we talk, they tell me say the people, even in friends, that they make mockery of her. The school said, the teachers said, because of no one it talk. So this kind of situation as Saloni, they become worse. So they encourage you and then they add more pressure. As you see that picking they talk, so they talk out of anger, out of trauma, because they feel like they lost out. This is not to enrich a woman where the month is flower at the age of 16 years with this same man where they can't deny him. Now, it makes the trauma become worse for her than a society where don't belong now. Where this person all waiting the promises that he has given to her, he don't turn down, he don't abuse and come publicly, in fact, saying that not only get belly. So now the community don't have more for intimidate and tell and say, "Una girl, they let man business, and then they sit down. Why not deny?" So that's the problem. They're not able to try for let them come and witness how the situation goes at the beginning in life and figure out. But all the blame na in they give. And at that stage now we don't day, it gets speaking, it don't become worse.
You feel say women's group. You feel say women's group.
No,
what do you feel say women's groups
yes,
na the country? You feel say they self get role in
of
this?
Of course. In fact, when you measure this, let's look at the answer for against. Because maybe it be dominant or whatever. When Fatima Bio come and step in because they're the advocate for this stuff for answer for against. Mm-hmm. Now, according to even the Edwina saying that Fatima, she's aware of this. But we not ever hear anybody talk here. It has become silent. But now they're involved when they do. They are not things that they do anything. It's like having a connection. If you get interest on that, maybe they don't take the case up. But because they get interest on the man when the judge will do this thing, that's the reason why they abuse her now. Because this thing not just happened today, it not be happened yesterday. It has happened long ago, but it just a play on the ground. Now the college safe, then they make mockery of her. It's not like a freedom. So this kind of mockery they do, so the family members then they encourage you speaking. Nobody need to try for let them penetrate from know the actual facts and get the person where to accountable and make more provocable to her. The provocation become more increased every day. Now it make it see where they talk, they angry, they vex, they feel guilt. Then let's go back again to the religious body. This speaking go to church and deprive them for letting know able to say a word. I don't believe say a church or a mosque, they will stop us in where it come for can say something. Because we not say the picking go for go give a testimony or not stop her. Sometimes maybe it will feel ease if you go and say something. Now confession, somebody can go confess from their counseling day. I believe say the church body or whatever they get counseling, what they go for talk to this speaking. Because they not say church, not only good people in the body for guys cleaning for make so. The church is meant for a sinner. They say a sinner now they go to the house of God or go repent. That's how it should be. And not think say for be a member before you go to a church. You know for be a member before you go to a mosque. So I believe that this all they contribute now in society where justice not able to take place because everybody they try for despise you, call you names, criticize you or whatever. They don't judge you now before even God taking your own, your own action against you. Now that's I believe so people in that salon they do.
Very true. Yeah, it really you don't really paint for we how society they contributes for increase the trauma on the victim instead of they indict the predator. Now the victim now and then the double victimization now the victim they go through. So Miss Susan, what are you take on this for say how the Sierra Leone society they make the trauma worse on the exploited young woman? Like,
Well, I think say it's a very, very sad situation because we all when them here they be instinctively instinctively we dey blame am pan the picking them, pan the girl picking. For what reason I don't know. Because you will find out saying a big responsible man them. We've ought for no better. Now then they do them here more to the young picking there. So I don't know waiting for make as then yegi the talk so that the picking. You go find out say some then get names for them. Me, I don't hear one mammy they refer to one such kind picking as he said, well, if I an abos tamatis. I don't hear that one day. If you get that kind of record there, you go play to your party like us. In we on days though, you go see mama come, it can begin sit down, it a watch for make sure say una know they get conversation. Because if you to say you they can't well in picking. All the kind of thing in all right. The picking now, how we go feel? If na me been in that situation, then I cry, I go boss because all the confidence where he been get, all don't wipe come out. It go feel lonely. Then the man go they make demands span until we no one do because where he don't find himself in this situation, he get for continue for the do am. So I don't know, I think so we forget who would then I so who come, we forget strategies them where we go help. We go help the people them, the society, the group, of the neighborhood for tell them say, well, look, this speaking and so it don't go not so in fault. Or if not in fault self, now we educate them, tell them say this other way go better than this way where so where you they go. So I mean it is not I'm not think to say easy on them picking and they at all. It's not easy. I think it's very, very bitter for them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Susan. Khadija, yes. You're muted.
Okay. Like we sisters and don't say, I can think of one main thing, particularly in Sierra Leone, like we say in Sierra Leone, they talk about. I think one of the main thing we come to mind are the facts say culturally, society put more value on men than women, regardless of equal education, regardless of whatever you able to contribute. So, and also another major one are the impunity of the powerful men, where the judiciary they do, it cause, it accept, for men the way they exploit girls them, and if you remember also during Ebola time, I remember they say girls and get pregnant a lot, they stop them from continuing school. So that's the Sierra Leone government. Who knows those girls were raped mostly by powerful men. So the girls that didn't get affected, there was no investigations of why so many pregnancies, especially for the girls that were potentially for able to go college and become professionals in the country. There was no such thing. It was just them being punished, So the Sierra Leone, basically, like in that case, it just make them worse, even in Edwina in case, we see a video of a police station. Like you can tell that she's been dominated in that room. And it seemed like he made her apologize. What will make such a brave woman, a young girl, we believe in himself, and know say somebody don't violate her, and they make them feel that way, in that video at that police station. Now, would that give the police and the rights to do that to such a promising young girl in a citizen of Sierra Leone? You get all the rights, like anybody, and basically punish them in that video. We don't know what happened before and after the video, but just that video alone it tell me a lot about how they can make things worse. It's suppose she was somebody weaker than that, it could have been worse for her. So
So from everything where una don't say, it seems like with society, they want let woman then they as weaklings. Let woman not show strength. Let woman not show voice. So woman like this young woman here where they come forward with in problems them, it irritates them. So now that make then then they take them out on them like say you they talk about this man and this na man where they respect, this na man where everybody respect. But what about the man in behavior? So when I don't really paint for we how the society as a whole then self they contributes to this trauma also for we young women them. Now I want for make we talk about the consequences of this exploitation. Let's say the consequences of the exploitation on the girl picking them, whether not rape or not this kind of exploitation where the older man, powerful man, they prey on a younger woman, promising younger woman, where he want for just break down and turn them to something where he control, for get sex with her anytime he wants. Waiting at the consequences on women them generally in the society, because where we then as Sierra Leone gets one of the lowest literacy rates among women them in the country. I think it's less than 50%. Women them educated women in Sierra Leone, it's less than 50%. If I'm not mistaken, the last time where I see the statistics, it's probably about 47, 40 or 45. Okay, why make most African countries like Nigeria, then they're 99, okay, then they equal with the man them. Why make we get such a low rate of women that were educated now we country? Waiting at the consequences of waiting with the see at waiting as a micro level, this level yeah, like Edwina in your level, this individual level, what kind of effects will when I feel say it gets on the high, on the upper level with the society as a whole? How when I feel say it affect you? What you when I think say the long-term consequences of this kind of exploitation of we young girls, because it happens so frequently that with a see say na a pattern na the society. How does they affect we as women in that country they? We own advancement, women the advancement, women the progress na the country, for level self then a leadership. Not to, I know they just talk about the privileged people, the way they send them picking, they let them get educated, not to that. With the masses, the grassroots, let them young picking themselves, then girl picking them get to that point who say themselves will become somebody tomorrow. What you wanna feel say this kind of problem here where the exploitation of these girls they have so they get on women them in that country they as a whole. Sister Susan, you can go first.
Yes. Okay. Well, the last talk where I talk about the confidence where the young ladies then they lost where then don't find themselves in that situation there. If you not get confidence, nothing not go work for you. You go school, you go begin to look like for say you less than other people them. Then what's worse? Now where demanding they some in some cases demanding they do them and they use them as a weapon for some them picking and then they do them on purpose. Those of us say they like and they go yarn them and tell them say they like them. They use the fact that they have sex with them as a weapon, as a tool. Say after all, you know nothing. I don't see always you get. So that one day it push them. It really kind of weaken them. They're not able for prosper. And woman them now one then now they sabi manage past most men them because waiting do then they do it every day. Then they born picking, then they men picking they go school at the same time they get for care for themselves, at the same time they get for care for the man them, then they close to the picking and so they get that foresight they for know the picking and character and know everything they need. So if we take them kind woman and if we take them young ladies here, we broke their spirit. How this country go better? Something that all that make so we they get all them problem there because the one they were able, we they broke them, we they smash them. So
Yes.
I think to say we for try again education it's key, and I hope say them program there, this program here where we get I hope say it then a year for stay, and I hope say we're going to pick out situations that we will come, we will discuss, and also advise parents and say, well, if now so you picking time, if you try this way, it go better for you, it go better for the picking, it go better for the country as well. We don't better for the country, better for the continent. So
Yes.
you they come, you they see picking them all the other country there. So I mean, me then go do operation and me I the picking they will do operation because then are picking young girls where I see them and can in the do operation and me I say Lord have mercy, they not go make her waiting self. So when they done from when they do that operation, they one day another problem. So in as much as I can always get problem with young people then because I can they look say me always they're different from the always. But honestly, we get for all them, especially girls. We get for all them high because waiting do then they then go make big difference to the development of we country.
Definitely. Khadija.
Madam
So,
Susan, you just hit the nail. You hit the nail on the head. Pop, pop.
yeah.
That is that development of the country, that training of professionals to have, when you go to Sierra Leone, people that they come from all over the country, then they can't, I don't witness one. Then they can't cerebral. Why? Because they say eye doctors and they come from abroad. Do you know who those are? Those are students. And they can practice for people them. I happened to be there one time. I saw so many people that team up now the sun. Most of them don't get the opportunity for even go inside that clinic. But anyway, what Madam Susan say is where we don't get that many. The long-term effect of this, especially these men in power, because then they just go after one young girl.
No.
That's several. Why? Because they able to take money and spend money on them. So that's really why it's possible for them to do it, or else it's not possible. So they're able to maintain their lifestyles. But the long-term effects, now this low development in Sierra Leone, where we get less women then, where they're able to reach higher level of education, for become the eye doctor, for become the gynecologist. I mean, gynecologists come from out of town. Then they send flyers all over the place for people that for go to whatever town the gynecologists get for the. How do you know that's a real doctor? You don't even know. You see? But then they go there, then risk their lives, I mean, there are good ones that come there, especially those who don't retire and then they volunteer in time, They are very good ones. But why can't we produce that? When we get the smartest people in the country, why? Especially the women, the girls, like Miss Edwina. She wants to be a lawyer. She's determined to be a lawyer. Well, who knows from now? We don't know. So, I mean, we need that. We need women then for being sciences, technology. So many higher positions in the country for able for contribute to the development in all of this, because they not only get for being professional, they need for also teach the next generations after them, And now the girls are not even safe in the classrooms. Well, some of us didn't feel safe either, but we're able to fight them. But now it's worse, because first of all, the teachers, they feel that they didn't get paid, so they're doing whatever they can to get away with things, But I also think that it increase poverty, especially among women, where they resort to prostitutions, Madam Moy, you mentioned something about when your parents when they know say something that happened to you. Like me, experience we dealing with girls, trying to help girls. There's some way unable to save them because it go through a rape incident or a man exploit them, they end up getting to a man. We're in a, like a slave tribe, we not continue in school. Even when I try for intervene, but that's the cultural way. They make it just, yeah, just so basically early marriages they happen because of things like this, you know? So the literacy rate, obviously, it shows Dr. Bobby mentioned, that's the ultimate reason for that low literacy rate. And it's a shame for any nation to have that low literacy rate because it's a waste.
Yeah.
Total waste.
Thank you, Khadija. Sister Moy. So what are the greater consequences? You know, we know say the girl in self they suffer, but at the end of the day, the whole society they suffer, the country they suffer. Oh, we're not there, real.
Yes. No, sorry. In most cases like this, if they find out, say, the poverty rates become high, in the sense that the woman they become more vulnerable for get boku pikin. How? If you don't become trauma like this, you don't get pikin in the process. The father is not there. You don't become vulnerable to another man.
Yep.
Because if you say you get a safe heaven, why is the other man is another photocopy of the past
Predator.
one? You go be the worst.
Yeah.
You go get another second pikin again. You go become the worst in our society. And then pikin the way they raise up, do not get fatherly love, we go able for upkeep them. Because someone as you don't born that pikin so with you. So you don't even know seven side day. And waiting make a worse than Africa, you not even get connection, I go get that person day. Then you don't become vulnerable, and then pikin at the end, you don't go for able to give them good education. So the poverty will just circulate again at the country. And then picking and back when they big, that stigma, that papa when a rapist, it go back to the DNA. They say go photocopy waiting and people they don't do. So the problem become worse than the country. Then you find out say the problem when they happen, the first they always feel guilt of themselves. They're not able to feel say, oh, this is a mistake. Now me parent decide where I'm able to fulfill, that fatherly love or motherly love for them upkeep me, and this person don't can take advantage from me. Then they see that way, they feel guilt of themselves all the time. And they deprive of so many, many things. The education become out of the way. Because the stage where Edwina dey, if he not get a good standing now, therefore take care of the pikin. And according to her, he said the man that even gets a father for let it come up because one want to wait for me responsibility. Now let's take a look at what Edwina faced here. Edwina, this judge, Stephen, it take the advantage because of Edwina situation. He say in parent don't die and he don't flower this girl. At the same time, if you can say been left, it not be one this relationship. He left, he go back upline. This man is still penetrate on her. He gives so many promises take. And when he want for use that, what they do, he go na police, he make a document between them or two, say that he go able for upkeep am. At the end of the day, not also in a follow up, it is suppressed and make it not raise a voice, make it not talk. And this is not only Edwina they go through this. There are so many of them. When they take their advantage here, so suppress you, may your voice not raise up, may you not talk, and they say no more appear after do. So at that kind of situation they are so if they see say woman where they beat the pikin, check them. If they see some woman they did, you go all that pikin, they go begin beat that pikin mercilessly. We call that one mark where in papa, if you check goodly, they picking a dinner because the man don't traumatize them. So they take that vexation and they extend that to that picking. At the end of the day, that picking will become deformed. Because in a small picking, they all like to ram. You go bang and so you go make because of that one mat. Because the people there so no not take to themselves again. They're not mentally disturbed, then they make like a Christmas. He not able to do anything by himself. Now, the worst part of it, if you be in school, you not able to carry on your education, you don't still compete, they won't have been there together. They don't graduate. When you see them now, you dey shame. You know they fit for day in a society again. If you're not able to forget somebody when they talk to you, they make it a system for kupa and then they take them begin, they go give to post for them, they mend them. And then they work with them, they go men, that they go face back another abuse again. So the society they become more worse every day because they don't deprive with the woman, therefore we not educate, more we not focus. Because education is not only about having degrees or whatever, even the trade. More be able to use trade for law we develop ourselves. You know, be able to get that. You know, able to get that development day. You begin go this on side, then go the bully and go the beat her. Then at the end of the day back, if they see say some woman for that kind of situation they are so, then they cause the death rates become more high because when you don't get that belly day, if you say that man not begin maltreat her, it they go spoil belly. And when they go spoil belly, either in die or the pikin die. Then in other cases again, if you born that pikin day, it's on left, it's on right, you not see who that go help, I not get an helping hand, that man the abuser, if they take that pikin go to where? We have seen that so many times now we can't see. Where they go fair picking at the box, you go fair and at toilet, you go. They are not doing it because they want to. They're doing it because psychologically they don't affect their brain. They need to think correct again. Then they feel like say, and they can't make this bastard picking. Or sometimes the parents then they force you for them to go out of the way. Because so they're able for them to get that love for talk to you. Even now, they will cause you, pull you bastard picking, come on, I so. Your mama na rare God, I send in a school, you know, go. You know, so that's the reason where I even measure earlier say, we create families there, they keep on be more moderate into this situation. Then they try to protect the girl picking, take care of that picking there, a ball, then they say the girl picking. They send the picking go school, and then picking at the end of the day, they become more powerful in our society. Why is we the nation? We become depreciated because we don't lose everything. Our parents are not giving the helping hand because they cause you abuse you. Mama, oh, you don't push him for me. Oh, and like in fact, any announcement, so you can't pin them around. When you picking that lucky one day, I send them to school, go follow useless man. So this get us talking at the society. More not say, then kind of situation where it happen, more not criticize. More not try to establish a positive repetition.
We can't go into the message we wanna get for the families then, but I believe say una or three una don't paint a picture where they show a vicious cycle na Sierra Leone where it begin from this abuse there go all the way around, then it come back again, you know, generation to generation. It has to end. We get for draw the line somewhere, and we for be grateful. We all should be grateful to somebody like Edwina for letting wake we up to this and say, look, I'm not going to keep silent, because when you are silent, as I said before, it becomes poison for you and poison for the society. So we are very grateful to her. And you know, really now we don't paint what's wrong, what is society they do wrong, right? So now I want let we look at waiting at the message or waiting we go say to families, to the communities, religious leaders, and the local leaders, then the local government, if not the chief them, the roles and where they need for play. You know, we don't paint the picture of how then they contribute, right, to this issue, to the traumatization of these young women. Now, if change get for come na the society, get for start from there, from the families, community, and the local level. So waiting at the message where each of una gets for, if you want to say, you know, you get message for the family, if you get message for the community, you get message for the local leaders. I want for let we bring their messages and they to them. Waiting at the role where they go play, how they go able for protect with girls them, how they go able for support them. Protect and support. You protect the one that will not go, they're not exploit it, and you support the one that we don't suffer exploitation. So how can families do this?
If I can
start, you can start. Okay, Susan, yes.
Okay.
Auntie Susan, start.
The way me see this, I feel say for protect the girls them and for support them, a group of people then they where we can always, put on at the back, we know they talk about them. You see, this thing will happen to Edwina. He exposed a lot of things. In a way, it's good for society. Even though now in the sacrifice, now in would not sacrifice for being then good come. But me, I use some accounts where people in the report say some man them when then they comment about this thing, then they kind of curse Edwina, say in not to in fault. Especially the man them, but I they look and say, if the man them open a mouth and talk, say, Mr. Stevens, this is the way you do it wrong. If they come, then tell Mr. Stevens that, or any other man, we do them kind of thing, and they tell them, say, no, this is not correct. Demand them, especially because the man to man, then go listen to themselves than woman, because I saw this society turn. Enough for be so, but I saw it turn. If the man themselves, they say, no, but let this not be again. Or they see one man, they go yarn fasting one picking them for them, I say, oh, no, then they're not correct. Therefore, stop them. And I mean, I'm not there within the belief, but I'm sorry. I don't say Khadija and Moy then go ably handle them. But one thing I want to say, the picking and not get nothing for look forward to. When we've been small, I always say we always get something for we get sports, so we no say if fair, we get drama clubs the way if fair, but we not get nothing now. Social service for able for get programs they will get them people involved and make them get something for look forward to. We get girl guides, so we get community center. We're all things we've been they do. We get YMCA. I don't know if Fatima, you remember all the one they did.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Me not be girls guide. Yes.
My mama can they say Saturday now you want to go girl guide? No, come na Osia for work. But we will get some. So we like okay and glad for body. But they're not picking. They're not getting nothing. And for they give them prizes if girls picking and do well. Then for they give them prize, give them acclaim, put in na television, make a big thing out of it. So other people picking and go aspire for big
social life, social
yeah. So I mean, make a left the balance be Khadija in more.
All right, sisters, take it.
Thank you.
Khadija, go.
Yeah, go ahead, Khadija.
All right, with your permission, Madam Moy. First of all, everything starts with the family. So me, I go want to start with the family. And number one is value on a girl beginning, just like the boy beginning.
True.
I don't care what you want to spend on pulnado or no pulnado, but value your girl beginning as the boy begin. If ever you get picking, God forbid, it become a victim of exploitation by these powerful men, that's Sierra Leone.
Predators.
They're predators. Yeah, because the powerful is just something they use anyway. But so not shame them, encourage them, trust them, love them, and understand in pain. And let the girl know, say, no matter what is important to you, in a good person, they go become a whatever a wish for be in society. But also teach them for saying no for something where wants, something where feel comfortable with, and to the community, whether in a village or town or wherever, chiefs and what do you call them, chair people?
Counselors,
yes. Please organize what they call like people where they watch out, or just anybody. In the old days, if mommy didn't see something that happen, especially women, then they go try for correct that Pekin on the spot. Then they wait. So if you see Pekin the car inside room or something, anything like that, or anybody they try for do something to a girl Pekin, Speak up. Be a watchman or watchwoman, you know, and report and protect the child as well. And the schools, teachers, schools, if you see anything as such that happen, even by another teacher, report and do something about that. And I also go and talk to the journalists, media people. Please report the truth. When you know the truth, do your research and report when it comes, especially about girls. Don't use one reporting, use both. And another thing is the biggest is the religious people or religious leaders or religious places. If you know something like this don't happen to a citizen of Sierra Leone, please publicly condemn them. Don't go or talk in a corner with anybody, because religious places are places of peace, are places of safety. First of all, you have to show your stand on the crimes and condemn it publicly, not in a corner, and have sympathy for victims, especially girls and women. And the public community also is good for support of governments for publicly condemn what do you call them, Zeph? Exploiters or predators. Predators.
Yeah.
But also, there are agencies in the country right now. I know of one called Rainbow and other agencies and the police force, those who are supposed to, is it family units who are supposed to
FSU.
yeah, FSU, yeah. They are supposed to do local jobs as such to protect girls, give them what they need, the resources, especially the NGOs. They can help and do proactive things rather than be in the picture after the crime has been committed. That's all I can say for now.
Yeah, thank you very much. Our other panelists may be having technical issues, but yeah, I don't see them on the screen. Thank you everyone. What you don't say don't really bring this full circle. So the silence where the victims then they, the silence of the victim from everything what una don't say, where the victim silence now a strategy for survival, right? Because if you're not silent, that person it go cut off in support, because you don't become dependent on that predator, right? So silence of the victim now a survival strategy. But the silence of the society, when something happened, they're silent about it, and they're not point finger to that they're supposed to point finger and when are the predator. So this, they make the society a contributor to this problem. Yeah, so society they contribute, but from everything where una don't say, I believe say if the families then then become aware of this and see how themselves they contribute to this, maybe they will stop and then they will begin for really support and protect the girl picking them. Because whether you agree or you don't agree, women are more than 50% in Sierra Leone, more than 50% of the population. Country like Sierra Leone not go before, it not go ever develop without the full participation of the women. And how can women participate if they are not allowed, if they're not allowed for reach them full potential? Now they allow them for make them get the education where they're able for, where they get the ability for gets. They're not they allow them for make them reach a level who say them go become professionals. So now who's kind development go Canada can country day. So it's not a surprise that Sierra Leone are one of the most backward countries in the world today, the lowest on the development scale. So we need for take this one very seriously. because this case here don't open with eye, and this case here don't open with eye to the fact say the predators them, not to just that man, that farmer na village, not to just that teacher na the community, up to this 1 year so na appeals judge Stevens, Momoja Stevens is a judge, not a magistrate or judge. So which means when then they bring rape cases then to them kind people, then they're not gonna take them seriously. Now that's make what they see say the rape cases then they're not they prosecute them in that country. Then rapists then they go free. So this is what we have to really keep hammering on, because if this they happen at the highest level of society, of course it they give incentive to the lower or the people that are the grassroots for let themselves they do that in there. I don't know what's in there happen technically. I know they see me panelists then right now, but if we really
yes.
We did.
yeah, okay. All right, so we then move on to the next segment, right? So we don't see say society get role, you know, communities then get role. So what I want Mark we talk about the role of women and the leaders then for make we, you know, in a way we want for make we expose the systemic contributions, right? It's like a societal contribution to this problem here. The politicians then, how then they contribute? The religious leaders then, the government leaders then, the community leaders then, how then they enable the predators? So we don't talk about protection of the girls, right? And support to the girls, but how then why are they enable them predators there for continue for rape with picking them, for continue for exploit with girl picking them? So the role of the women and the community leaders. So now that's our one we talk about. So the next questions then, I want, you know, let we bring that out. How the, you know, the representation, because if the woman them when are then at the country where they are leadership, when are then visible to the picking them, right? We were then I ask, so maybe if they see this show, yeah, then go see we then go know. But every day on an everyday basis, the woman they where then they see at the country where then they see saying a powerful woman then. Okay, we they take Fatima Bio, the first lady, Mother Bio in wife at this point. So waiting at the role where we not feel say the first lady they play right now, where they make girls them more vulnerable to exploitation. Me believe say the representation where it they give. So let just lay the ground. The representation where Fatima Bio they give out there as the wife of the most powerful man at the country. It can't let we just take on the way how then they call her now, Dr. Fatima Bio. Where you know one day she done a PhD class. So it they show say it they represent a class of women then where they get them power through man. And when you don't show girl picking then say all you get for doing now for go there with a man where either you get money or you get power, then you say go get that money there and you go get that power there. So because then they call in husband Dr. Madabio, so instead they must call her Dr. Fatima Bio. Because then they call in husband His Excellency, they must call her Her Excellency. We girl picking, they're not stupid, they are smart. So when then they see them thing they are so, this is representation. She is a representation of who they want to be. It don't become automatically a role model. So how would I feel say this representation yeah, so of Fatima Bio, particularly as a powerful woman at the country, or I would say quote unquote powerful woman at the country, how it add to empowering the men, the predators, where they exploit with picking them, how they empower them? Go on, Sister Moy.
Yes, but the only problem I get is I not say me, I not get first lady right now. We don't say when I say after this 2023 election, I don't have a first lady in Sierra Leone.
No,
I have a former first lady.
I know,
The only person,
why? Because if
the
you not
former,
If we not call her so, people not going to understand what they talk about. Okay, false
Okay.
lady. Call her false lady. From
The former,
2023, we call her false lady.
okay, the illegal first lady.
Okay.
That stand on the words until Bio presents the election results when he become
That's
president.
true. You're very right.
So Fatima, what make we go measure her or at the measurer is because she has been a leading factor for the hands of our girls. And today I felt so discouraged where the lady Edwina Mengeran say she has been in communication with Fatima, and Fatima, she's aware of everything where they go on. And this is sad. Because the reason where at the talk say is sad, the country, the injustice for them seniors so don't become divided. And they only penetrate on people the way they don't say they get of interest. When they read they say you commit this crime, they are going after you. And then they close you down, they shut you up. When they're able for them, you say a word or for defend yourself. Because if a judge, when then a higher authority, where therefore give a voice to put these things in control for protect the constitution in the violate, then the head of state they dwell into it. He know of this because if a woman know, he know. No, not take no actions. They be silent with this and they make mockery of the Peking. They make mockery of farm. Not to say na street ego meter. And this is the same thing. This man and this Peking meet up na a program. I believe say the way the Peking articulates is still in presentation. She's very outspoken, eloquent. So I believe say now this reason make that man come in Sora and propose to her. According to the Peking, if they take a cry and go say, they can see how the processing they go on during hearing or so again court case. So now pretense, them guys they have so they're wicked.
Grooming, and the grooming what you been talking about yesterday.
Yes. They tell us, say, oh, calm down. So because the beginner become vulnerable and say, oh, yes, this person get for mentor me well or whatever, at the end of the day, it takes advantage of the beginning. So exactly waiting they go on. So it's like, for me, at the still say, Fatima, she has a jealous spirit. You don't want any woman for let you fame. You don't want for let you voice be heard. Everything about her, not just herself alone. If Fatima get power herself today, he want for let you overthrow mother, even though mother thief election, he get power today, he want for let pull and day. That's so true. Because the lady is so desperate to occupy every position. Because if you say the first will answer for girls, if you know so for divided thing, this thing for don't settle by now. That money for don't be back. Let's take the case of Kamarimba. They just say he commit this crime. Because he knows say this man get ambition for become a president and is a threat to her husband, then go against her and put her behind bar. And even Kamarimba, yes, even Kamarimba, I watched a video with Ikam, and he was so honest and said, look, I don't actually have a problem with Bio. Because Bio was not penetrating but the wife. Because then I think so, if you they do something for letting hold somebody where it committed kind crime they are, genuinely that's fine. But when you know gets no evidence, but because you want to go after that person, then tarnishing repetition all that. So now selective justice that they get.
Yeah.
So if this they go on, like when they send a message to people and say, church, Moxo, Sheko, Imamo, any community where they have constituencies, they want a day. If they can see they happen, we face the people into accountability. We know they can make selective way for say, okay, because this belong here, or I get problem with posting. Therefore, be genuine that they present updates. So the journalists demo, the bloggers demo, whatever. Because now this don't end at the country. Because Fatima don't can make a very clear say if you are not an SLPP, you are not a Sierra Leonean. But the question where they send to the people, let them know say Fatima, she's using all this strategy for let it fool people in. Because this people where they talk so. Now from what it come on. These people they talk so. Now SLPP post know. But because it feels say if they go after this case, it will be a threat to the man with the higher authority. Now, he make in silent. And all the people who don't commit same problem here. So, one day you Fatima come and talk against that. Ever. Even to the case of Keketoma, when he has an issue with his wife, he abusing woman. I've never had. Maybe I might get it wrong, but I don't see the role of Fatima for come and say something, because this are the cabal. Because this is the reason I'm focusing on her, because if you instead you are a first wife and this that you man in cabinet there, because you man are at the head of the judiciary according to them of structure, now the head of state get saying, and they all they meet and they sit together according to the Peking. When they don't talk, this man for don't they be embarrassed. But not they come on that. And Fatima go come now social media, they deny, they talk, say people enough for call them when they issue that so they did. When people get problem, not call her, because she has make it known to the people and say, me, I not get no position na salon. But people in the first for involvement to the situation they are so. When something happen, the community, the pastors, social welfare, what they for come and fight for stand and play the role of the constitution where they pay them for, then they do them. Then go just say the holla, and first they come oh, don't rape me pikino. I watched your video recently. I was so shocked. I feel bad. I'm not able to go further. At 28 years, man, you rape 8 years speaking. I'm not even hearing that talking. Then it damaged the Peking. It penetrates on it, damage the Peking. Community people, they can't no more take pictures. That's what they're good at. Then they go take pictures or whatever, then they need to prosecute that person. Or maybe when they push her forward, then they put her behind, because the no one for let it penetrate outside, because it connected, it belongs to the higher authorities. And this is bad. This now they affect Salon greatly. Without connection, then they will protect you. When you have connection, you at least they will try to let them protect you. So I believe say
All right.
now the thing is the whole this will feel say is silent when they not able to do nothing at the country, because the judges them even the police said in the rape. Yes, the police said in the rape, because if they need a rape, no not they into that, by now they for don't prosecute that man. But because they know say they're all hands are tied, they're all there for the devious activities. I'm not saying it according to what Edwina said to me. He said even now the college beside them they're so they're all the teachers they're all they involved for sleep with them. And when you talk, they go after you. Then silence you, then say, not go promote you. And another thing what they do, at the end of the day, they go, they fail you until you become discouraged. You not get no side they go. So that's the problem with the affect. Yes.
Sex for grades now the
That's
college.
the problem with the affect. Yes, we young ones say that's so we don't know what for let you talk. But we thank God and we now they stand now in ground to expose everything out.
Yeah.
And we promise to go even be there for expose more.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, Sister Moy. So, Sister Susan, what do you take on the role of the First Lady for, let me say, perpetuate this problem or empower the predators then? We don't deal with the victims then. Now the predators then. Now, would they empower them predators? What in your role where they empower them?
Well, I feel say the way they empower them, now being silent.
Yes.
You see, we got this campaign, hands off our girls, hands off our girls. But this case, it get high profile. Apart from the fact that this man na judge, na lecturer. How we know if you know they if you know they hound other students then if you not being if before raise this issue, if before talk about time, make statements, make press statements, say, well, look, now the thing this are the talk, but hands off our guys, look, this man, look what he do. If for punish him, make innocent enough for do him again. Not so because of bad that for make them punish him. No, if person do something we not right, where
Okay, Kerija, you can start. You can start.
Okay, well, I will start when Madam Susan come, then I will wait to come back again.
Technical issue.
Yeah. When this question where enable how leaders, I think Madam Susanika, or politicians or politics, they enable predators.
No, the role of the current so-called first lady.
Oh yeah, because in our politicians,
Yes.
so that's why I was saying politics. Yeah.
How they empower
Yeah.
the
Number
predators.
one, yes, I want to say in the past, I believe so we've been getting role models as in those positions because they were mothers, they were mature people, they were responsible families, and some of them had their own professions, like the former president's wife. She was a healthcare professional. So
Yes.
So it may actually get in your history there of having established that already, and he exuding himself in such manner, respectable manner. But in recent times, I don't feel say we get role model in this country. As you can see, a young, beautiful, ambitious Sierra Leonean like Edwina. Oh, Madam Susan, don't come. Madam Susan? Oh, you're not hearing. Resorted to being with a so-called powerful man who's a predator.
I can't hear you.
Madam Susan?
Can you hear us?
It's a reflection of what we have up there. That's the way I see it. Because for such a young, intelligent girl to not have other options of partnership but such. Why? Because Madam Susan, I will just go after that you will go. Why I believe say they don't see this example. We're not supposed to be the example for a country where they develop, a country where need for grow, and a country where need and girls and for get more girls involved in education, in professions. When you see a first lady, it brag, first of all, that in your husband, like the professor of cool, that is, he go get leadership, he go get power where he not earn. You know, just for the heck of it, just to have it and have access to money and everything. And like in a political rally in 2023, a woman as the first lady, they introduce your husband as a man, where they keep girlfriend. Like, how silly can that be? You know, for a woman to have to make that so important to talk about her husband, you know, on a political rally. What does that have to do with any leadership? For somebody who, because of your own fear, you have to make it every girl's fear, not to the husband, not to have a girlfriend, you know? So I think that's one thing which shows that we not get good role model for young people like Edwina and the others.
Okay,
And,
so
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, sorry, we're having a storm here. I think that might have affected the connectivity.
Yeah.
So I can't remember where I was, but I was talking about Mr. Stevens, and I think what the first lady or the government needs to do to make sure that at least these things recedes is to take firm action against all these predators. This one is in the limelight. He's a lecturer. He's an appeal court judge. He ought to know better. We expect much from him, and so I think the action that must be taken must be seen to be firm, so that the next person will have some fear in if they want to go through this mess again.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sister Susan. So very quickly, 1 minute each person, waiting the ordinary citizen, ordinary Sierra Leoneans, because we dey talk about community level, but on the individual level, waiting the ordinary Sierra Leonean today go do for protect girls them. Not now you born and not so you born and it no matter. You the individual within the society, how you go protect girls them from exploitation. Waiting. So just give me like one thing where one any individual can do. I'm sure we don't touch on a lot of things then, but give me one thing that any individual in any capacity, whether you're a community member, you're a teacher, you're a nurse, anybody can do. So, Sister Susan, quickly.
Well, I think to say basically na for educate the picking them na individual societies. This is because if you not educate them, then go still they look at them picking and then at the same lens, the same poor lens way then they look at now. So it's important that then for they get then classes them, na school where then go they tell them, say, well, this thing possible. And where it possible, una avoid them, and two, if una not avoid and then picking fall in the trap, not so for look them with any eye, now for still give them respect because they deserve respect, na advantage and take pandemic.
Okay, thank you, Sister Moy.
Yeah. Yes, the protection where we think say the community for involved into for be a watch man for everybody, be brothers keeper, be sister keepers.
Exactly.
That's so the Bible said we follow we do. And I remember those days where we come up, where you pass some style where they know say enough for pass the you and see you uncle they see you, then they question you. And if they march you say don't pass there 1 10, 2 10, that complaining don't reach the people left. So that you go stop. Any way they do, then they protect you. They will tell you, say, not do this. So if you do, I will go tell you, mama. I will go tell you, papa. But now, them thing they not there anymore. And even we pastors there, please, not they involve ourselves for the sleep with in a church. Because now go give them fake, how they call us, prophecies. Where we don't see them, where one lady don't talk and say, oh, the pastor been a stay for go sleep with her, so he go born. Because you don't say now, marry those not born. All them fake promises, then they not fine. And then miracles, and they God save the answer, like they punish you back. So please, wanna abstain. Then elders then at the community, wanna abstain for them thing. So if you want help person, do them so that tomorrow picking the way he become a better person, he go come back and give that reward to the community. Now, so it's supposed to be. And let's take an example. There's a book when Harvest of Love. I believe say some of we don't read that book today. Where Naki and Paddy begin into relationship because the community and the family member are not able to protect them. At the end of the day, Paddy get belly, they begin hide. And they hide. I say that Pekin run away. He follow the bobo, he go. So cut the matter short. That Pekin go na street to that belly, they mass and they say born the Pekin. But at the end of the day, born that Pekin, that become more curious to know who's that in parents and come on. It cannot the community that's according to the book na nurse, and he makes sure say empower that language don't go land and face and come back to the community. So who knows if your mama said be there alive and I encourage her, that family for don't become very brighter and give more to the community. So we give that word there to everybody for let them know say not one person no more the men picking. They say that one person they born, but that the nation that could come together for let them raise that person there, so that we all were able to empower ourselves.
And society go grow. Thank you very much, Sister Khadija. What in your last word on this wire on what you go say to the ordinary citizen? The ordinary Sam or the ordinary Musu, just one or two things where you go tell them how if for help for protect the girls in the community.
Well, I want to tell Sierra Leoneans that we are born out of love and we for love each other. And that means say you for feel you come in pain, you for one for support them when you're able for support them. You for protect them. If you any position, anywhere you day, you are able for protect them from these powerful predators. I believe say this expectation of young girls now abuse and it wrong. So now we duty as Sierra Leoneans, but let we ensure say every girl picking it grow up safe. Not expose them. If you not expose them, if you see somebody else expose them, speak up. And I want to tell the girls and say, not be silenced. Use your phone, use your mouth, talk to somebody, expose, say something. Wait about for happen or it don't happen or it not happen yet. Use your voice, no silence. I don't care what age you be. Always speak up.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Time really flies when you're having fun, right? Look at the time. So when I believe say today, the panelists them, when I don't really educate with. And I want to say thank you to Una and thank you to all the listeners them. And I want to say to Sierra Leone Society for say the silence of the victim. When the victim, something happened to a young woman, a girl, where is silent, now out of fear, either fear of in family, fear of the predator. But the silence of society, where you they see say things they happen when a bad thing, exploitation they happen to girl picking, you silent on that. That is unforgivable. And it's unforgivable for community leaders and politicians then, or any of the leaders in our country. They silent on them issues there where they affect we girl picking them. So the time don't come, it don't tell we all silent on them issues there. So Edwina, Jamiru don't wake we up. So this is the time now for Sierra Leoneans them. Let we stop for the protect the predators. Predators, they not deserve respect. Predators not deserve protection. Where they say, oh, that man a big man. If you can't bring this wire, you go disgrace him. He don't already disgrace himself. He don't go sleep with 16-year-old Pekin. So he not deserve respect and he not deserve protection. He need exposure. Predators must be exposed. So, and with next generation, the next generation and the future of Sierra Leone is riding on this. The future of our country is riding on girls not being exploited. If girls continue to be exploited, Sierra Leone will stay the Usai Sierra Leone day today at the bottom of the barrel for eternity. So let we come to this point now, say enough is enough. It's about time. Let we put a stop to the exploitation of our girls. And let we all stand up at the community, at the individual level, the community level, any side where you dare, whether you're in the country, you're not in the country, let you be a protector and a supporter of girls the way then they exploit. Let we put a stop to this. And they encourage everybody, all the viewers there, they encourage you now for, let us share this program here with our communities, let us share this program here with our forums them. Make it go far, make it go to the community leaders then, make it go to the religious leaders then. Let them know say they get responsibility. When our local leaders then, let them know say they get responsibilities. So that we all go continue for work on this, so that we society go become a better place. A society where supports girl picking there, and a society where go better. So I thank everybody. I don't know if me panelists there, anybody get one last word for say. But we don't come to the end of the program. As thank you very much.
Yes. I want to send last message to Paramount Chief there. With Paramount Chief there, we feel say we sister them for be vulnerable to them, because now that they don't culture into, as they don't see picking on they grow up, it don't come that way. They say na me force for married and na me for sleep with her. Where you don't get 10 wife for, you still want that small picking for like it can make 11, and they abuse and also abuse. So the Paramount Chief themselves will therefore begin all and accountable for this injustice where they go on with young sisters them. Therefore, stay off from them. Nobody not give you that right thing. Now the reason make una not able for join the community for let them protect the young one then. And let una go
To the
after
people of Sierra
criminals
Leone.
them, because they're criminal
My name
attitude.
is Edwina Awajemi.
So we got to stop that.
I want the
Yes.
entire
That's very, very
So
true. Very true. Because
yes,
the
so
paramount chief, they're
yes,
supposed to be the protectors of
yes.
people that within the
Therefore,
Yes.
kingdom.
snap, but they needed
Yeah.
one. I beg,
Yes.
yes. Then that mommy, auntie, uncle, where na paramount chief wife. Let for go tell people picking say, I want you for me man. They encourage them because you feel say that slavery, because now slavery, that abuse where you don't undergo, the other people picking back for undergo am. Because when they first they begin encourage a man there, I don't know if that culture then I don't know who will pull up. When at the first they begin
Yeah.
encourage other people picking and say, I want you for me man. This now they can't left with me man now. Mama, stop that pattern day. Then so
Thank
them,
you.
please. Me so mama then and the beg una. That pain una don't give we. When an officer come back to other picking and now where we they look up to. Yeah, when they can develop the country because we don't lack the education don't depreciate, especially to be the woman then. So one stop
Yeah.
that. Now the
Thank you.
word is
Thank
number
you
one,
very
therefore tell una. Please una share,
Thank
una
you.
like and support we so that we will keep updates una and fiscal transparency for better we country. I thank
My
una
God.
all and thank you to my
Thank
sisters.
you. Thank you very much. I thank my sisters them for all the education where they don't educate you today. Sister Susan, you get one last word before we close?
Yes, me
1 minute.
actually me last word na you go to. I like the way the program go today.
Okay.
I think to say they do a very good job, and
Oh, thank
you
you.
knowledge about these girls and young ladies affairs is surpass me on by miles. So
Oh,
I'm glad
no.
for the Naya because I come at the land, at the doing experience come in, so it can blend with your knowledge. Now you are the give this last minute.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you
I
very
myself
much.
give you I did turn it right back to you because I done learn a lot from you today too.
Una
I
wait
learned
so
a lot from
somebody
you.
don't send me message. Una wait, somebody don't send message. I say, Moi, I've not heard you mentioning about the imams. I beg the imams, then they still have tell una back. Yeah, they still have the imams, they like tell una. Let una
Yes.
stop for go be with small one day. Yeah,
Yes.
we don't manage
Yes.
the 4-5 woman, stick with her,
Yes.
not only for small under 16, 17. I beg una,
Yes.
papa.
And where picking there to you wife for men, not to they're not that picking they're not there
Yes,
for them to sleep with her.
yes.
Imam pastor, they're all guilty. If we're not guilty, we'll not go talk them. You know, if we're not allowed we talk them, we'll not stop for do them. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Khadija, one last word, 1 minute.
Love, love, love. Sierra Leoneans, let's love each other. That's all I can say. We love one all. Please love each other.
Thank
Yes.
you,
Thank you,
everybody,
Baba.
and they wish you all a very, very good weekend. Thank you, and
Thank
they
you.
wish
You
Thank you,
too.
Madam Babi.
we
And you
lovely,
too.
lovely Edwina. We they pray for them and we they root for them. So you don't
Yeah,
know we, but we they root for them. Thank you.
All right.
sure. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can you tell me your name again?
My name is Edwina Awajemi.
So you're people from the school.
Yes, please, I am.
Okay. You made mention about a commissioner that you've been following. Can you just explain brief what have you been following on?
Yes. The Anti-Corruption Commissioner, Francis Ben Kafala, is a man of integrity. I've been following him since he attained the position of being the commissioner of ACC. And he's been a good man. I've been reading his books, reading his poems. In fact, I even read one of his poems titled Mandela's Ways. He's a very great poet, an author of books, and a good man. His tenure in office is a very great one. He's helping in minimizing corruption, in the country, and it's a good work done. I can commend him of that great job that he's doing. And through that, I know that aiming to be one of the leaders in this country one day, definitely whatever I'm learning from him, I'm going to implement it one day by minimizing corruption, just like he's doing currently. So he's a good man, and I'm so proud of him, and I'm aiming to follow his footsteps as well.
All right, thank you, Edwina. Thank you very much. Morning, and this is Edwina